could just get right into the demonstration. And the first wash, sinking down. And then I will give you more information and then also show some of my artwork, okay? So am I still okay? Are you still here?
Yes,
Can you
I'm
hear
still
me?
here.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. I'm gonna just go right into it. I'm having a huge brush. This is by Da Vinci, and it didn't say, oh, it's number 6. I don't know why number 6 is this huge. And then also this one that I'll be using is the Sable. I don't remember. See that the brand is gone. And then the size, this one is 16. So actually, number 6 is bigger than number 16. So it doesn't make sense to me, okay? But you see how big this one and this one is pretty big, okay? Did everybody pretty much receive this?
No, I did not. There was no time to send that to all the members. So.
Okay. So now let's see. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna paint. Okay. So any questions so far? I think she is Hispanic. And then I love the pose. I love to paint people when they have interesting pose. Her body is facing to our right, and then she turns her head to our direction. So that give me, it's just more attractive and not stiff, okay? The most important thing is the reference shouldn't be stiff, okay? If it's not, if it's stiff, it's just not inspiring, okay? And then of course, I got into troubles like everybody does. So if it's not inspiring, then, it's just not inspiring. Okay. Let's see. I will zoom out a little bit. All right. And then you can see my whole palette. Okay. And then I have some yellow ochre. I have some yellow ochre here. And actually, this is probably yellow ochre. And then I have quinacridone gold here. And then I have burnt sienna. This burnt sienna looks strange. It's a new tube from the Japanese brand. What was that? Hold on just a second. It's Holbein. Okay. This is a Holbein. Okay, and then I have some green. So usually I blend them my own colors. And then, although I think I sent you a list, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I send you a list, and then those are pretty much the basic colors I have. But you know, in the drawer, in your drawer, in my drawer, there's always stuff, always, you know, all kinds of colors. So this is what I do. I would say, this is my green, this is my blue, that's my sienna, that's my red. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell you all the name or from Cheap Joe's. You know, I use Cheap Joe's stuff a lot. Oh, and then also this paper. This paper I'm using is $1 of a full sheet. Okay, so we'll see, because I'm out of my Cheap Joe's paper, Fabriano, and the other one, I forgot what was the name. I was out. So I am using this one. It's $1 a piece. Okay.
That's a bargain feeling.
It is. And I use a few times, and then I think I like it. So that's the yellow ochre, the yellow gold, the group of color. So I never know what color I will start with. And then right now, this seems pretty much good idea to start with this color. I repeat the color here, 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 at least 3 times. Okay. Now, and then I do have this very strange color, supposed to be burnt sienna, but it turned out to be this strange color. And I say, maybe it's good for this girl. You could always use burnt sienna. Okay, I use burnt sienna for the last 30 years. Always burnt sienna. Okay. Ooh, that's too dark there. Okay. The on the references, there's a lot of green in the background. And usually I don't use that much green, but I want to give myself a challenge. See, and the green will go in to the face. And then come over there. The green is kind of gray right now. Let me try make it a little more greener. Let's see. So I'm repeating the green here and there. Now get to the warm color. I do like the colors, runs. And now this is cadmium red. I believe it's cadmium red.
Feeling, is your paper fairly smooth? Is it hot pressed, or do you think?
Yes, it's pretty smooth. It is.
Do you prefer that to a cold press, rougher texture? Usually?
I would do both. I would do both. Honestly, I would do both. So this is, if you don't say that, I I didn't realize this is a hot press. Let's put it that way. Do you know what I mean? Uh-huh.
It seems then that maybe your choice of paper isn't all that critical or important to you. You just work with what you have.
Right. And then honestly, for the during the pandemic, and then also a few years before pandemic, actually, I think I'm getting into a real bad years of all the bad paper, a lot of problems with the paper. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that I bet some of you have that too. It's the problem with the sizing.
Oh.
I use the back of the brush and then drag the colors. So this is the stage I'm in, try to have lots of fun and make it real loose. Because later on you need to tighten up.
Are you intentionally kind of keeping that center area lighter than the rest?
Yes, lighter. Okay. Yes, lighter. And then also I'm trying to get some of this green from the background into, I'm not going to touch there now. I will try maybe here. Okay. From the reference, I have no idea. The top. So the top of her head. I want to do a little bit. See, that's what I'm looking for. Is the color blending and then run. Okay. And then right here, I'm not too happy with that. Let's see if I can do that a step a little better. Yeah. It gets a little crazier. Oh. Let's see. But my computer is really, really light. How saturated you can see?
It has a little bit of glare on it, if anything. It looks quite pale to us.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's the paper is 140 pounds, and then it's buckled, and I turn on all the lights, and even myself, I got glares too. I haven't been able to solve that problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so the answer of that is, it's good to have all the lights coming from different directions. Even I tried, it's still, glares.
Yes.
Happening there. So I think everybody has that issue. Okay. All righty. So right now there's, yeah, go ahead.
Feeling, could you put the reference photo to the right, just like where your palette is, and let us see the two together? Yeah, just for us, we don't have to have it there the whole time, but just to kind of see for now. I can kind of envision where you are with the light shapes and that kind of thing.
I'm gonna tape it on that black thing.
Okay.
Okay, it's good enough.
That's great. That's great.
One more paper, please. Okay. Now I'm gonna put it away a little bit. So so do you want more information about my palette and then the colors and brushes, Len? Do you think we need more information, Len?
I think I have enough. Anybody wants to know more specific, you can let me know in the chat. But okay. It sounds like you're not super fussy, about using a certain kind of paint or a certain brush, or Tell me if I'm wrong, but
yes, I am. I am not super fussy about, pretty much everything, except that my house has to be very, very clean. Something like that. The bathroom has to be very, very clean.
So, Feeling, is your thinking when you're doing this, then you have the core 3 or 4 colors that you're picking up from the painting, and you want those colors in certain places, but how they're shaped and how they're dripping and mixing is the playful part of it for you. Is that right?
Right. Is that was that a question? Yes or no?
Oh, kind of. Yeah. I just wanted to understand, I see where the red is coming in and where the blue is coming in. And I just wanted to understand your thinking about it a little bit.
Okay. Repetition is very important for my painting. So I think I kind of say that the red has to be repeated. The sienna color has to be repeated from the top to the bottom. Okay, repeated 3-4 times. The blue is repeated several places, and then the green, kind of green, repeated. So that's the first of the stages. The first stage. I cannot talk tonight. And so repetition is very important. So that's on the color especially. And then I was trying to say is this sorry, it just went away from my thinking.
No worries.
Okay.
And I know you and I talked when we met earlier about your whole process. Maybe you can explain a little bit to the members that you do many, many layers. Maybe you can explain a little bit about how long it would take you to complete a portrait in this style.
Okay. Yeah, now I remember what I was going to say. Yeah. So repetition is very important. And then what I do here is actually I am just always paying attention to the shapes. Okay. Not really the reality, but it's more of the shape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Painting good shapes. The positive shapes and then also the negative shape. Okay. And this one, so far, I'm not deciding if I'm going to have a background. I don't know yet.
Okay.
So that and so did that answer some of your questions?
Yes. Yeah. Lainey is wondering, do you typically paint wet on dry? Is that your usual process?
Not really.
Okay.
I do have what do you say that wet on dry?
Yes, the paper, was your paper dry?
This is wet on dry. And then also when it gets a little when it's a little drier, or actually I'm going to put this away and then show you my paintings. Maybe I can explain better.
Oh, that'd be great.
The painting. And then I probably don't need this painting completely dry, or this layer. I probably don't need it completely dry to continue. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll now let that dry a little bit, and Feeling will show us some of her other works.
Yes. That's so this is the pupil that I'm very proud of.
Oh.
Beautiful.
And is that all watercolor on Yupo Feeling?
Yes, yes. And
Oh
then,
my goodness.
nothing. I simply just get lucky. Okay, simply get lucky. See that the water wave or this little boat or something, it's kind of just go this way, and then talking about the very, very inexperienced Yupo, and then I am just so happy about this. And of course, you guys know that this moon is lifted.
Yes.
It's just that easy. So that's the easiest part was the moon. And then the rest is kind of go this way and this way. And
how many layers do you think you did on that Feeling?
Might be 3 or 4. Okay. 3 or 4 layers. I mean, you cannot touch too much, right?
Right.
As soon as you touch it, it's gone. Yeah, and then the fog here it was very, it was lucky. I was just lucky. And then the things like that, it's just using the very, very skinny brush. It's very skinny brush to do this.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this one is a very small one, and I love this one too. I love the colors. And then it says snow scene.
Yes.
And snow scene, the good thing about snow scene is you could leave a lot of white. And then the recent year I have been a lot of trouble leaving enough of white. Okay. And this one has a lot of white going on. And then again, this is using like a $4 Chinese, very inexpensive brush. Do that little branches, little branches. Okay, any question about this one?
That one is not on Yupo Feeling?
This one is Yupo. Yes.
It is Yupo. Okay. Oh.
The one I'm bragging about is Yupo.
Yeah.
Oh.
So very, very less experience on Yupo. And then, okay.
Lovely.
And then I'll show you the, hopefully I can do faster. This one is pretty much most recent one. It's a city scene.
I can just feel the heat in that with the colors you've used. It's really gives that feeling.
Thank you. Yeah, I like this one. It's probably the most recent one that I am happy. With the complementary colors and then light. It's so bright.
Yes.
And then people just like, oh, yeah.
The contrast between the white wall and that really dark shade of the umbrellas is really beautiful.
Yeah. They're probably having a good time eating or drinking.
Yes.
Okay. I'll try to do faster on these. But I think it's good for you to look at my other paintings because you know, I might screw this one, and then, you know, hopefully you can see some of my good ones. This one is pretty recent too. Okay, I think you already seen that one. And this
we have a question, Feeling.
Okay.
A member asked, do you have the idea for the image in advance when you work on UPO, or do you often change your mind as you go along?
About UPO?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you have an idea in your head when you start that you follow that all the way through, or do you adapt as you go?
Well, I always start with a reference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then for the two I just show you, it was pretty much the snow scene is pretty much because I just came back from Boise, Idaho, and then that's the snow scene there. You know, California people don't get too much
right
snow scene, and then so I just love that, and then so that's pretty much follow that, and then the dark one with the moon, it was last year. It's a Chinese moon festival. And then so I look at that one and I say, okay, I'll paint a moon. A moon painting. Nice. Yeah. So I am very spontaneous. And of course, I probably not going to show you my bear paintings. You know, I do have a lot of bear paintings. Okay. So this one is a demonstration, online demonstration to, excuse me, Red, what is that thing showing? Oh, okay, it's gone now. The reason I really need my husband because I have a lot of eye problems. And or even I have glasses now made. I have all kinds of, I have like 5 or 6 problems with my eyes. And I don't see actually very well. And then all the icons on the computer, I don't see very well.
Oh, okay.
And then I've been, visiting the eye doctors, and it's still going on. But don't worry, I don't think I'm gonna get blind or something. Okay, yeah. This is one of my favorite. Okay, any question about this one? It went through a lot of problems, and especially this area. This area. It's very difficult, and then the easiest part is here. The most important part is here, and actually it's so easy. The highlighting, the backlighting is so easy. It's the detail here, the combination of negative painting and lifting, and what else? Lifting and painting around. It's like all kind of combination to show it's not overwork. It's like it's easy, but it's not easy. This is very hard. I always hate negative painting, and some people can do beautiful negative painting, but it's just not my thing. So I'm pretty proud of myself, this one.
It's an accomplishment then, right?
So this is an very old one. That much of the orange and the red, I think that's the hard part. And good thing we have turquoise to use. So turquoise is the complementary colors really save this painting. It's so red, so orange.
Yes.
Okay. And this one, my student's great-grandmother. Would you say that in the 1920s,
maybe even earlier?
Maybe a little earlier.
Or even earlier. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say 1900s, maybe.
1900. Wow. Yeah. And I love this one too.
You start all of these paintings in pretty much the same way as you're starting the one you're doing tonight, Fealing?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Some painting are like the one I show. Let's see this one. See, this one is the demo. So it doesn't have that much, this is, I mean, demo, you just have to do, faster. This one is more of the long process because the kinky hair that I really need to go in, and because the hair is almost like impossible. So that took a lot of time. Okay. Well, this guy is in the magazine. Yeah. Some of these paintings are, in the magazine. And then this one I did a step-by-step demonstration for the magazine. Couple of my students says, where can I find this man? I want to marry him.
Your people have their personalities just come through, Fealing.
Thank you. Like I say, these paintings, I all got lucky,
I think there might be a little talent in there.
And this one, oh gosh, this is a difficult one. It's a lot involved. Can you see? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's quite complex in the background.
It is. Yeah. It took me long time to get that light out. Otherwise, it's almost like muddy in the background. So I don't know yet. This one is new. I don't know what's going to happen yet. Okay. And this one is kind of new too. And there's again, there's a lot of struggle in the background. So I use a lot of Andrew turquoise by Cheap Joe's. So that turquoise is not transparent. It's more opaque.
Okay.
And so because that there kind of saved me out of the muddiness.
Okay.
Okay. So the turquoise, and then also the cadmium yellow, those are semi opaque. So I would say myself is a pretty much pure transparent watercolor artist. And so my neighborhood, excuse me, let me find my water, excuse me. I don't know if anybody here the Watercolor West, which is in Southern California. So they are pure transparent. So I start with them. So for the last almost 30 years, I'm just a pure transparent watercolor painter. So almost never use white, and never use titanium white or Chinese white. I almost never use those. Okay. And this one, this took me a long time to do that. And then so far, I just say it's okay, and I'm still not happy, and I don't know what's wrong. Maybe I don't use enough yellow. Okay, can somebody tell me? And then in order to pen this fingers here, hands here, and legs here, it's really has to use the abstract idea, and then work on the shapes. It's shapes. Okay, because I just cannot stand myself painting realistic. I just don't see it. So in order to make this work, sometimes it really take a lot of effort. Okay, and then also I don't use white. I don't use opaque colors.
We just member commented that was a gorgeous piece.
I'm sorry, which one?
A member said that the one you just took down was a gorgeous painting. Yes.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that makes me feel good. I think I worked on this one for about 3 years.
Wow.
3 years too. Yeah, so the decision right now, I won't throw it away. Yeah, I threw away a lot of paintings. Okay, so this one I will keep. Thank you.
It has to be such a challenge feeling to combine the abstract nature of the colors in her dress and everything, and then still have the realistic elements of the hands and the legs and everything.
Thank you. And this girl was from Renaissance Fair.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you have a Renaissance Fair in your neighborhood?
Yes, we do.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And she just has such attitude. I just love it.
Yes.
Okay.
So you get your inspiration, it sounds like, from many different places, from your travels and from pictures you see in magazines and from photographs, I'm guessing, that you take yourself. Is that right?
Right. Most of them I took myself, when I'm traveling and in the streets, and then a lot of from the Renaissance Fair. Instead of, even you're traveling, you cannot take picture of the children unless you ask.
Right.
Okay. And at the fair, as soon as they see you pick up the camera, they're very happy and they pose for you. So that's another problem. If you need to have a zoom lens, or nowadays we have the nice cell phone. Okay, so that can help a lot.
And feeling, so about the time, it's about 4 minutes to 8. So we have at least a half an hour left now for you to paint. And like I said, you can keep painting as we ask more questions at the end if you'd like.
Okay. So I only have half an hour?
Yeah. Or 45 minutes.
Okay. I talk too much. Okay. Put my act together. So that's alizarin. We'll see. Give some, that's alizarin, and then burnt sienna. And this strange red color, I have no idea what's that. I know.
It looks like bloodstone or something like that. Kind of a brownish red.
Yeah, brownish red. And then I thought it was a burnt sienna, but it's not.
No.
Okay. Let's see. It's a little strange. I had to look to my right. right now I'm finding the shadow shape of the shadow. Okay, so I am making shape right now.
Okay.
Cerulean blue. Many of my demos, I struggle. And then if I'm lucky at the end, I will make it. Some people, they're really so good. And then one time, one lady says, I think you are changing your mind about 4 times during your demonstration. I said, how come you know that? And then guess what? That painting later on was published in the Splash. It was one of my best paintings.
Oh, wow.
So, life is not too bad. You have to change your mind.
You have to follow your heart feeling.
Right now, I'm still finding what's the good color. I'm still struggling. Yeah. So, I don't paint dark skin very often. I think this color are okay now. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how much you can see, but to me, it's so far so good.
It definitely helps to have the reference photo So
Good.
we can see the shapes at least that you're going for, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I sent it to you too late. I think I did it either last night or this morning.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I have a workshop next week which I need to go north part of California. So that's kind of make it a little complicated. So I was like last night I was like, oops, I should send you the my drawing. Okay.
Feeling, there's a comment from one of our members who says that the way you move your brush around seems to be so important to the expressiveness of your shapes. And,
yes.
and it makes them so dynamic rather than static.
It's thank you. You need to press it down. Am I making sense? Okay, I'll explain a little bit more here. Twist it.
Wow.
This is from the a lot is from the Chinese. I'm from Taiwan, and then I don't paint Asian paintings or Chinese paintings. I don't. But in school, as a kid, we need to do Chinese brush calligraphy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think that helps.
Yeah. See the connection.
You guys are making me, look at my right instead of my left to see the reference. It's a little strange. I say, huh? No, not that direction. Go the other direction.
Backwards.
I know. I hope
Maybe
it's not throwing you off too much.
Well, you know what? Maybe it's a good thing,
Yeah.
If this turned out to be a good painting, that might be a good thing.
I put out too.
Oh, somebody with a brand saying, did you hear that?
No.
My husband says next time he will bring out 2. Print.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a good idea, huh?
Have one on the left and one on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I mean.
Now we can see the face starting to emerge now, Feeling.
Yeah. You see, that's the, always, a lot of my demo, it's just freak everybody's out. They were sitting there, they worry so much. I said, oh gosh, they were so worried so much, from the beginning, and then go on, and it's like, what's going on there? She's going to be okay until the end.
It's like a tightrope walk.
Sometimes I feel, myself feel that way. So am I going to be okay too? Do you see the light is coming from your right side?
Yes.
Or her left side. Okay. So that will, it's just so interesting to play with the temperature. I wish I could explain a little better than this. So right now you see most of the yellow, orange colors on the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And right here is a lot of magenta and then blue colors. Okay. And then there's some green and blue coming in there. And then this side, lighter side has some yellow and green coming in. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the warmest pretty much right in the middle and a little bit to her right. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I'll make sure that I'm following myself. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the yellow coming down from the chin, coming down here, and then go to the okay, and then the little darker. Okay. So I'm bringing the colors of the face to her right arm. And right hand.
Feeling, you said most of your photos that you work from, you take yourself.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah, a member
Yes.
just asked that.
Yes. And I cheated sometimes. But guess what? I'm of course I'm not gonna tell you who, but some of the, the artists way up there, they like my references, and then I let them use my they asked to use my reference to, yeah, because we are good friends,
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love to share, so yeah, I have no, and then it's whatever that comes out good, What I'm trying to say is everybody paints differently.
You remember the circumstances of this particular photo, Fealing?
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This one was a long time ago. I'm not quite sure. This I penned this before. I don't know if you recall that she did it, but I had this before. But see, every time it's different.
It always is.
Uh-huh. Okay. I probably don't have time to get to her dress, but we'll see.
Well, we will enjoy whatever is completed. It's been fascinating to watch.
Thank you. So I might just focus more on the face, and then yeah.
Have you been painting in this style for quite some time now?
Yeah. Uh-huh. I would say about 15 years.
Okay.
And that's what I, my how would you say that? The credential? How would you say that? Mm-hmm. That I am you could help me.
I'm not.
Is it what you're known for?
That's right. Who said that?
Lynn.
Thank you. That's what
she's a mind reader.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. Okay. And there's a bleed here. I would say this $1 paper, actually this is half the paper, so this paper is 50 cents. It's quite good.
It seems like it's very easy to lift the color from that paper.
It should, but I'm not lifting right now, actually. I'm not lifting any. Did I lift anything?
When you dab with, I don't know what you're dabbing with, a Kleenex or something to pick up some color?
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
That it is. Okay. Maybe darken inside the mouth, so we'll give you a little more information.
It's amazing how little pieces of dark add so much excitement so quickly.
Thank you. Okay, inside the mouse, I have to remind myself, inside the mouse is alizarin crimson, okay? Mostly alizarin crimson. Maybe I will use a little bit smaller brush to do the inside.
One of our members, Barb, is asking you if you remember giving a workshop here several years ago. She was in that workshop and it was just wonderful.
Wow, thank you.
I think some of us were talking yesterday at our board meeting, and someone mentioned that it might be as long ago as 20 years ago that you did that.
Well, not that long, but I would say, pushing 15, pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I could check. I could check my record, but yeah. Wow.
Do you travel all over the country doing workshops, or do you stay pretty much in California?
So far I've been to somewhere around 20 states.
Oh, wow.
20 states of the states of US. And then in Canada.
Oh, Minnesota Watercolor Society about 5 or so years ago, someone said.
Can you, I beg your pardon?
You did a workshop for Minnesota Watercolor Society about 5 years ago.
Huh? Was that 5?
That's what Lainey's recollection is. She said 5 or so. So it could be, 7 or 8.
Minnesota? I think that's more than 5 years ago.
Someone wants to know what's in your water bucket.
Huh? This thing?
Yeah.
That's Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean?
Yeah. Oh, your Mr. Clean eraser?
Eraser, yes.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
I was using that, I forgot, cleaning or something, and then I let it stay there. Okay. Her mouse. A little eyebrow. Okay, let me work on the eyes. So for the she says her right side is closer to me, so the eyes, her right eyes are bigger than the left eye, so that's the, what do you call that, perspective?
Perspective, yeah.
Thank you. Sometimes I use the back of the brush. Okay. You see some eyes now?
Definitely.
Yeah.
How many minutes?
How many minutes?
How many minutes?
They're not telling me, so I have whole night.
It's about 8:28, but let's go another 10 or 15 minutes with you
Okay.
painting, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
And members, if you have questions, you can ask them now, or we'll have about a 15-minute question and answer at the end. So feel free at that point to unmute and ask your questions or make comments.
Hope you could see more. Like I say, I'm probably not going to put the red top on her. Probably not. There's some area that I want to do it, but then I say, no, if you do it, you're gonna regret it.
Question, a member is asking, can you see the original line drawing that you have as your work?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do. I can see it. Yes. Yeah, I really apologize that I meant to send you a drawing and then just didn't make it. Yeah, I'm fixing the angle of the eye. It's very hard for me to make the, I don't paint dark hair very often. It's hard. Even I could show you, even I paint myself. I make my own hair very colorful. It's right here. Let me show you. Oops, too much. Okay. Can you see it?
Oh, your self-portrait?
Yeah, I was at Yosemite, and then so that's a self-portrait. Look at my hair. So many colors in my hair.
No wonder you noticed Lynn's colorful hair. Shakun, one of our members, says the colors are very nice and you have a very light touch with your brush. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Wish we have more time, but I think I can always, I mean, unless I school it, you know, which I do a lot, I could always send you. I hate to promise that, and then
Yes, I think we'd love to see the finished painting, or when you think it's close to finished anyway.
I know.
Now, Feeling, when you're finished with the face, will you put darks in for the hair, or will you just have the light?
Yeah, that's my
colors?
Yeah, I know it's been going on with myself too. Oh my God. Okay, I'm trying.
No, I'm wondering, I mean, it looks so beautiful with the colors the way they are that I'm just wondering if you would darken up the hair or if you would leave it similar to what it is now.
At least need to be a little darker. Let's see. And then I don't have too much information top here, so I could only use the
Okay, I see.
And
Is that like a sepia brown?
Well, I don't think I have sepia in my palette, so it must be a lot of, all this color kind of blend together. But I would say there's a lot of burnt sienna.
Okay.
The dark is mostly burnt sienna and then ultramarine blue.
Okay.
That hair is wonderful.
Okay, some dark over here. And then the photo is not too good. So this is okay, actually. Let me put some this cerulean blue. Okay, see, this is what I'm gonna do now. Look at this here. I knew that's not quite right, all right? Because we actually don't see too much of this side of, much better.
Good.
Not much of this side of the hair. Okay, that was not, how come you guys didn't tell me? It wasn't right.
It looked good to us.
Well, I could tell you one time I was in Italy in a little town, and there's an old gentleman sitting in front of his house, obviously. And then in the afternoon sunlight, and it was very nice. And then so I asked him to take photo of, and of course he said yes. And then after that, after I took quite a few pictures, I gave him $10 of 10 euro.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so happy. He has tears in his eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was just so nice of that. I mean, people in the countryside, they are so humble. Oh, how would you say that? They were humble.
Yes, that's a good word.
Okay, let this, I think that's okay. That is because I don't have enough information from the from the top.
Do you get back to Taiwan often?
Before my mother passed away, I go, and then maybe once or twice a year.
Okay.
And then she passed away about 5 years ago. I think so. Yeah, maybe 5 years ago. And then I only went back one time, and then now, pandemic.
Yes.
Okay, I don't like this up here. That's much better. Yeah, smush a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
So, Feeling, what kind of what's the best advice you ever got from a teacher about your artwork, or what advice would you give to an artist that you found helpful?
Yeah, I pretty much tell everybody always go back to the basics, which is design, design, principle of design. Okay. Principle of the design, and oh, I like that. And elements of design, principle of the design, and also I paint shapes. Okay. So
yes.
So unless you are absolutely realistic, like extremely realistic, then always study your shapes. Okay, so what is a good shape? All right.
And how the shapes
in my
relate.
workshop, it's pretty much I'm talking about it's the shapes.
Yes, and how they relate to each other. A member is asking, would you at this point still consider a green background, or have you accepted that it's not necessary to what you originally envisioned?
I might. I think I might do that. And of course I might change my mind tomorrow. Yeah. So these run are pretty good. I like that run. Yeah. And let me do a little bit of inside the mouse, okay?
Okay.
And then I will let you go.
And members, if you have a question that you would like to ask directly of Feeling, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask your question. I'm sure she'd love to hear comments from some of you.
Yes, please do.
And I won't call on people. Just speak out if you have a comment or question for her.
No questions?
Oh, we're very shy. We're very shy here in Minnesota. Feeling.
Oh, come on.
I have a comment.
Go ahead.
I took your workshop at Minnesota Watercolor Society, and afterwards I painted my daughter-in-law. She's a very attractive young woman, and I was using all different colors and so on, but I just you have to be so careful when you use green because it can quickly take over the picture. Well, I used some green in the shadow of her eye, and it looked like I gave her a black eye. And I tried to get rid of it. I couldn't do that. So I put a pair of sunglasses on her. And,
that's my girl. That's my girl. Thank you.
But I just appreciate how pale the green is that you use, because there are not very many greens that you can use very much, unless you really want a dark green in your painting for some reason. But the light colors look so beautiful in the face, but not the dark ones.
I'm sorry. Are you talking about this girl?
This girl. The light colors are so beautiful. The light green is beautiful, but
that here.
Yeah.
Light green. Yes. Yeah. Well, I always put it that way is because, I mean, in the real world, you actually get a lot of reflected light from your environment. So that's, make it interesting, okay? And then I always tell the students, say, hey, you could do 3 to 8 or 3 to 5% of the cool color. And then that will make your painting very interesting, okay? And then it doesn't, with a 3 to 5 or 6 or 7% of the blue or green, it will make your your subject as a monster, right? It just being natural in the natural, and then we always reflected lights in it, and then that make your painting, much more interesting. Would that make sense?
Right.
Thank you. I need to adjust this, yeah, it's okay right now. Okay. I think I would put a green in it. Should I give it a little try? Just so that you see the green.
If you can use your magic eraser to get rid of it afterwards, sure. But green is a hard one to get rid of once you put it on there.
In the background,
Yeah.
But how much time you gonna give to me?
We have about 13 minutes till we're completely finished. And
okay.
So if you want to keep working, otherwise we can finish up whenever you're ready.
I could always keep working. Okay, that's her.
This is Lainey, and I have a question. Many of your portraits have some, it looks like maybe it's spattering or a lot of little dots or punctualism in it. How do you do that? Do you do that at the end?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will show you how to do that. That's, it's say, when I do that, the painting it's all dry, all right? Say this is dry here, actually. This dry there. Okay. And I want to give a little more depth here, all right? So look at the reference. So right here, okay, right there. This is very entertaining. Did you see what I did there?
Oh.
Okay, so I press my brush down, press it down, and I kind of twist it. Let me see if I any other place I can do it. Here, maybe right here. Right. So by doing this, you can adjust the color, adjust the value. No, not this one. This one I don't like. Okay. Let's see. Say, let's look at the face. Okay, here. Right here, okay, the corner of the mouth. Okay. Can you see the little bit? Let me make it a little stronger. and then the corner of the mouth here. And then also here, so the ear, that's pretty good. But then I want a little bit red here. Okay. Let me zoom in. I think that's a good one. This one here, right here.
Does that answer your question, Lainey?
I'm sorry, I was unmuted. Muted again. So yeah, it does. So it's interesting the way you do that, and you get those little drops of paint that make that effect.
Right, and then you can keep doing it. It's very entertaining, and then you say, "Huh, I really like this green." Okay, and I say, "I want more green on the face." Here, and maybe here. Need a little bit more juice. Okay, I like that green, and maybe later on you could do this too.
Okay. Yes.
And I do like that green. And then you could have it here a little bit more, and then when you just start it, it's like and then pretty soon you're addicted to it. Okay, so don't go too crazy. So right now, see that green and green and green. All right. Green here, green here. Say I could do some over here. That doesn't show very green though. Okay, maybe here.
I think you're zoomed in a little close for us to see that last stroke. There you go. It really adds some interest, doesn't it?
Yes,
it is. And I could go here too. And maybe one of the bigger one here, but need more green here. So I really like this one here, and then maybe a little bit here too. And then see the green goes down here, and from here, come over here. All right.
Well, Feeling, I think this has been just a wonderful way to spend a couple of hours. It's really a lovely, lovely demonstration.
Thank you.
So thank you. I'd like our members to all unmute and let's show our appreciation for Feeling's work. Can we have your face back, Feeling, to say goodbye?
Red? They want to see my face.
There you are. There's her husband, Rhett.
Hi.
Thank you, Feeling. It was really a wonderful demo.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. You girls are so
you.
wonderful.
It was very
Thank you
nice.
so much.
Take
Thank you.
care. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
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 Good night.
Good night.